So in this women's gender studies class, I learned a multitude of different things. It was very interesting to learn about women's journey through history and their position in history and how it's changed with different cultures and within time. The first thing I want to talk about is women's positions in their lives, starting from the past till now. And it really talked about the different things that we have going on, like different protection measures. That was the part that I really felt interested and connected to, especially when we started talking about pregnant women and their rights in their workplace and women's workplaces. That was really, really important to me. And I found it really interesting as a woman who's about to be going into the workplace as a graduating senior. I feel like that just really connected to me because I know that now there are things put in place that make sure that I'm protected, even when I'm trying to give birth or even when I might be pregnant, where the workplace might see me as a liability solely for the fact that I'm pregnant and not hire me because of it, which we did go over in class has happened to a multitude of women before. It was a really, really sad thought, sad thing that does occur, but in reality it does, so it was important to hear. Also, another interesting thing that we talked about was women's stance or women's gender in other countries as well as our own when it comes to politics, things like that. And that was the point in the modules where we were talking about just the way that other women stood up for women's rights in different countries, and we got to watch a video where it went through different places in the world. It went to parts in the world, and it went from the United States to parts in Africa to parts in Europe, and we were almost following the story of women fighting for their rights in different countries. It was really interesting to hear the perspective of the woman who was having to fight for other women's trials, help women that their cases might not have been seen by police officers because they might have been paid off by these men that were sexually assaulting them. And it was really sad and really interesting to hear these women's stories right there in front of us and how they were treated in their workplace by their attackers and how the police really didn't do anything about them, either because they didn't care, they didn't think it was important, or they were actually paid off. So it was interesting to hear stuff like that. And it was also interesting that same module we learned about how women are treated in politics when they get into politics. And that was a video of women in different sectors of government in different parts of the world. And we seen how Nancy Pelosi was treated one time. We got to watch a TED talk strictly about her where she was interviewed, and she got to talk about when she was inaugurated, how she kind of just changed the game and let children come to the stand while she was being inaugurated, and they were children from the left and the right side of the wing, and they all got to come together almost as if a healing moment with their children up there as she accepted her award. And sadly, not everything was so happy and showing togetherness like that. There were some people who we sought to see in history where these men were allowed to just treat them different types of way in their workplace, in the sectors of law, solely because of the fact that they were women. And it was just unacceptable, and it was really sad that some of these videos were recent and they were being treated like this. So overall, I really found this class to be a great experience. I learned so many different things, and I'm so glad I chose it. I'm so glad that I got to be a part of it, and I'm thankful for the experience.